What does resistance really feel like? Well, when we look at the question, there's already a little bit of an issue there because feel implies that it's an emotion. But actually, resistance is everything your body and your mind throws at you to stop you from changing. So this can be thoughts, these can be emotions, and these can be actions. So anything that keeps you in your lane. I want to use an image to help you understand this better. Let's imagine that you are a little race car and life is a racetrack. So when you were a little car, a tiny little car, when you were just a child, you would switch lanes a lot. This racetrack has 7 lanes. And you would go zoom in and out from one lane to the other, having fun, trying new stuff, seeing what this lane is like. You were flexible. You were trying new things, your brain was adapting to different things, and sometimes you got scared, sometimes you made mistakes and realized maybe you should not have gone that fast in lane number 7, and so on. That's how we learn. Now, what also happens though is that we are not alone on these racetracks. We grow up around other people who have ideas. They're very specific beliefs about what life should be like and which lane, not just them, but everybody should be in. They will say things like, oh, a safe life is life in lane 3. Or a good life, fun life, but maybe dangerous or not honorable or whatever, is in lane 6. So they will tell you to stay in one lane, and it will be the lane they are already in. So they want you to be like them. And this happens, this is normal. They don't mean any harm, they just share their beliefs with you. They genuinely believe that they will keep you safe if you stay in the same lane they are already in. So you learn to stay in that lane. You learn all kinds of techniques to even make yourself stay in that lane, like punishing yourself with guilt and shame when you move into a lane you're not supposed to be in, and so on. So over time, what happens? You keep going round and round and round in the same lane. Now, this lane is used up much more than the others, so you have little grooves in it. After a while, when you want to shift out of your lane, it's not that easy anymore because there are these physical grooves in it keeping you in your lane. It's super easy to just stay in this lane. And resistance is what pushes you back into your grooves. It can come in many forms and usually does. It's not usually just one thing. It's not just one feeling or one thought. It's many, many, many thoughts, many, many, many feelings. Anything that keeps you in your lane. Let's say you often write by hand. A person who writes by hand all the time has different muscles in their arm and hand. This is not visible to you. You will not be able to see a difference, but there is a difference. When you write by hand all the time and now you're suddenly supposed to type, your body needs to change. You need to grow, literally grow, different muscles in your hands. That's embodying the change. Then there are your emotions. Emotions are chemicals in your body that they are chain reactions, chemical chain reactions that happen in your body and your mind. So you need these chemicals, you need the neurotransmitters to feel, experience a certain emotion. That means you need the base ingredients for those chemicals for your body to make them. And you need to have them stored. So not just the base ingredients, also the chemicals that over time, if you feel an emotion often enough, will accumulate in your body, and it becomes much, much easier to feel the same emotion again and again and again. And then there's your brain. Your brain is neural pathways between different brain cells. Which cells? The ones you use together the most often. So a familiar thought is just a thought you keep thinking so often that it has lots of connections between those cells. So the electrical impulses run faster and easier. So when we change, our bodies have to change as well. We have to embody the new version. We have to embody the new thoughts, meaning grow new neural pathways. We have to embody the new emotions, meaning change the dominant emotion system. We might even have to change our diet to get different kinds of nutrition into our body. And our bodies need to learn how to get it out so they can make happy hormones instead of the sad ones or angry ones they used to create before. Our muscles have to grow in different areas. So we're talking about a lot of change here. This is uncomfortable at first. Growth always feels uncomfortable because it comes with this kind of change. Now, what is important is we learn to associate discomfort with something negative, but it's not. It's not negative, it's just something that happens. The reason why we think it's negative is it feels draining. And we are not taught to just see that as a sign that we need to give ourselves a break, to see that as a sign that we should, slow down and take things easy. So our bodies can do what they need to do. So the changes can actually happen while we take the break. So, enter resistance. Resistance tries to get you back on track, not because this track is the best one for you, not because this track is the truth. No, it's just because that's what you're used to doing. And it comes in form of old thoughts. Because again, thinking those old thoughts is not better. It's just familiar, meaning it's physically easier. There are more neural pathways between the old thoughts, so it's a lot easier for you to think those old thoughts. The same with emotions and the same with actions. When you think thoughts that make you feel guilty, you activate anger and fear. Why? To get you back on track. When you find yourself taking old actions automatically, that's also just resistance. Resistance is only a big deal if you make it one. When you feel the anger, when you feel the old thoughts coming up, when you take actions you no longer want, don't make a big deal out of it. Just notice it. Resistance. I'm changing. That's all it means. It's no big deal. And then go back to the new actions, the new thoughts, the new emotions. Relax as much as you can into the change, into the discomfort, and enjoy your growth. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe for the channel for more. Thank you for being you.